Hi, I am Haylie Grammer and I am here to talk to you about placement. Now, you might be getting real excited because you're like, thank God, I really need someone to tell me where to place these people. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm actually going to get it kind of a little real and a raw. All right, so I am really going to tell you some things that somebody needs to tell you about placement. And again, it's not going to be where to place people, because that is going to have to be a decision that you're going to have to make based off of observations and whatnot. But let's talk a little bit about placement. We are very, very lucky that Color Street's compensation plan and policies and procedures allow us to have this amazing thing, okay, called placement. And what that means is when you have hit team leader and above, all right, and you enroll someone, you are allowed a one-time movement of that person to somewhere else in your organization, all right? And you've got 35 days to do it after they sign up. So it's a very stressful topic sometimes for people because you're like, where am I going to move this person? How am I going to know, like, I want to help this person? You know, there's all these things that come into play, especially emotions. But I want you to think about placement as something that is not an emotional topic, but it's actually just very, very like, how would we just say, logical, all right? So I'm just gonna give you some things, some ideas of things that what placement is actually meant for and things that you should remember when you are talking about placement and when you're making placements. So first off, placement is a tool to help you in your business, okay? It is not a tool to help everyone else in their business, all right? It is to help you. You have enrolled that person and it is now up to you where you place them, if you would like to place them, okay? It's for your business. Like, remember, yes, we joined this company for lots of reasons, but I mean, the main one is for money, honey, right? Like, we are here to make the dollar, we're here to make the coin, so we don't need to be making moves that are not making the coin and making the dollar for us, all right? So remember, your ability to place people is to make you more money, all right? Now, granted, when you place someone, it does help them a lot of times, right? So for example, I have several people that I love to place people under because I know that when I place so-and-so under Susie, that Susie is going to take her into her arms and she is going to embrace her as part of her own team and she is going to help her. And so now my person that I have placed has not only me helping them, but also another group of leaders that I have placed them under. So it is helpful. Like, let's not pretend like it's not. So it is helpful to the person you are moving if you are placing them under someone who is willing to give them help. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not giving people who are not doing their job leaders placements because that would be a stupid waste of a placement for me. Let's be honest, okay? So remember, placement is for you and your business. So you need to look at your organization and you need to find out where it would help you the most. And then also, it's going to in turn help the person that you're moving. So if you have been placed, there is absolutely no reason for you to be offended. There is no reason for you to think, oh, she didn't want me anymore. She doesn't like me. She's just moving, throwing me off. No, it's not like that at all. It's actually going to help your business in the long run. And that means that the person placing you is putting you in a position to blossom by giving you more help. So please, 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 if you have been placed, don't be offended, because also remember, we need to remember that we are placing people for our own business. You are in this business for you to make money, and so this is a tool of the business, and so we should be using it as such. So set our feelings aside, don't stress about that, and remember, like, just because you've been placed doesn't mean you've been tossed aside or anything. Okay, so we've got that happening, placement. Now, I need to tell you a couple of other, little tips and things about it. First off, if you think that anybody owes you a placement, maybe you got to sit down, all right? Because there ain't no one on this earth that owes you a placement. And let me tell you another thing. If you are promising people placements, you got to cut it out, all right? You got to cut that out. Again, nobody owes anybody placements. You don't owe anybody placements, and no one owes you any placements, all right? Because we are in this for ourselves to make our own money, okay? So if you feel like someone on this team over here is getting more placements than you and it is making you have a negative attitude, all right, that is rotting you to the core and you need to cut it out. okay? Or you're gonna start to wither and fall away. That was a very nice way of saying you ain't gonna make it in this business if you can't handle somebody else getting a placement and not you. I'm just doing a little tough talk here, all right? Nobody deserves a placement. And then if you see people complaining, or people around your team are complaining, or you're complaining that you're not getting enough placements, let me tell you a secret. You can get your own placements. You know how? It's called enrolling, baby, all right? You don't need somebody else to take their placements and put them under you. You could grow your own team. It is this amazing thing that we have in Color Street called enrolling, all right? So you don't even need the placements. So there shouldn't be anybody crying that they don't have enough placements, baby. Get your own, all right? And then maybe one day you'll have so many that you can then give them out. We're in a mindset of abundance here. You have so many people you're enrolling, you just got placements to hand out, and you don't need them from anybody else. So don't be stressing about, I need placements, nobody's giving me placements. Maybe get your own, get your own. All right, so I am just here, again, Haylie, keeping it real, telling you that you ain't got to worry about no placements and you don't need to be stressing about it. And then if you happen to get a placement, you need to be like, well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dolly. And then actually use it effectively.